I just figured I'd send you a video because it's probably a lot easier than trying to explain how to tube feed. So I do have a little kitten here to show you. She doesn't actually need to be tube fed, but I'll just show you how to insert the tube. I just won't actually give her anything. But so you'll want to insert the tube at an angle. And the reason we do that, so you'll insert it, come here kitten. So you'll insert it, instead of going straight in line with her throat like this, you're gonna wanna insert it at an angle. So on one side, kind of insert it like here on the side and insert it at an angle. And what that does is, so you have the throat like this. And then if you imagine, here's, see if I can hold it. Here's the tube that goes down into the lungs. So if you go straight, you just go straight down the throat, you kind of run the risk of going and threading it right into the lung like this. So we definitely don't obviously want to do that. So the reason we go at an angle is, it's hard to hold like this. The reason we go at an angle is because you're basically going at an angle and it's going to skip right over that, but it's still going to thread down into the throat where you want it to go. So it'll end up going at an angle like that. I don't know if you can see that, but it'll be, here's the, my orange straw. It's the, if you imagine that being the tube going down into the lungs. So instead of going straight and threading it right into the lungs, we're just going to go at an angle and help it skip right past that. So it kind of looks like that. So, I'll show you. Come here, kitten. Sorry if you just saw my underwear. I hope not. So when we go to place it, you're gonna take your kitten, kind of hold her up like this, and she's, let me see where your belly button is. You're kind of older, so, he's younger. Hero looks younger. He's only 2 weeks old, I think, so you should be able to easily find his belly button. Hers is about right here. I can kind of still feel it. If you can't feel their belly button anymore because they get a little older, or maybe you just can't feel it, you're going to go to their last rib for placement. So I always like to go, I use the belly button for placement because the umbilical cord goes directly into the stomach. So that's just a good place to measure for. So you're going to measure from the front of their mouth, she's so squirmy, from the front of her mouth all the way down to the belly button, right there. And it doesn't have to be super duper exact. There's a pretty big difference, I guess, between where the lung is versus where the stomach is. So if it's like a millimeter off or whatever, you're fine. But so we've measured it, and now you're going to want to take a Sharpie and put a little mark. I don't have a Sharpie, but so you're going to put a little mark, and then you can kind of see it. So then we're going to put the tube down her throat, and it'll just slide right down. Okay, and then it's at my mark. So now I can push the plunger down and feed her. So sometimes they'll cry, sometimes like right now she's not, but it is down to my mark. So I know that it's in the right spot. If you get to where, first of all, when you're done, you're gonna take the tube, fold it into a little thing, and then pull it out. That will make it to where as this is coming out, you're not going to have a little drip that might be on the end of it come out as you're pulling it out. So you're going to want to just pinch it and then wait like just a second or so you can kind of, it'll squish a little bit out when you pinch it, and then pull it out so it doesn't drip into the lung. If you have any doubts at all, take it out, do it again. But once you do it a couple of times, once you're like, okay, it's at my mark, I know I'm good, it's pretty hard to mess it up. If you're at that mark, you're probably good. If you have any concerns though, just redo it. It's not, just try again, and, if you insert it and you feel like it's hitting bottom, like you're going like this, like here's the mark and her mouth is here, or his mouth is here, and the tube you can kind of feel something hitting bottom, you know that you're in the lung. So definitely take it out, try it again, and it should just kind of slide right down like this until you get to your mark. So that's how I do it. I really hope Hero does well. Good luck with him.